What is up, guys? Welcome back. So today we are jumping into our next episode in the How to Paint series for Monster Fight Club's Borderlands Mr. Torgue's Arena of Badassery. So yesterday we did Moe's. Today we are tackling her mech Iron Bear. He is already primed and dry brushed. I have prime all over my hands. I always have something either on my hands or in my nails when I'm doing these videos. But we have them already ready to go. Now, I usually go ahead and show you guys the picture that I use to paint. But as I'm painting, I'm also in between sketches. I am actually going to be watching episode 9 of Borderlands, the Echoes of the Borderlands. I like to watch those every week. But her mech is quite simple. It's basically all the panels are basically a camo look, so you can use the olive green and golden olive to kind of do that. And then all the hoses and shit like that, they're like a metallic look to it. It's simple. It's really simple. The only thing that's different is that there's like a red V over here or some shit like that. Other than that, it shouldn't be too hard. The only thing that is the problem is that this is the second largest miniature that comes with the game. Now, if you bought the regular standalone game, you will get this along with the Psycho Reaver. The Psycho Reaver is the largest miniature in the game, so as you can see here, Psycho Reaver is pretty damn big. But this is technically the second largest miniature that we got. Well, this might not be the second largest compared to the Skags at the Gate that I got. This it's still kind of chunky, so we'll have to see. So this is the Skag that I got with the Kickstarter. So if you did buy the main game, you did get this miniature, so hopefully this does help you out. If you want to paint it the same way, the regular look that he does, just follow my steps in this tutorial. But also, another reason why I didn't care to show you guys the art for it, because basically, like, actually what I can do is I can show you the art that I'm using right here. So this is the art that I'm using for this video. So if you want to just look at it here, you can do that. But yeah, like basically, like, you can paint him up anyway, because with Moe's, with her different costumes and stuff, she has, like, whenever you change her costume, the mech changes too. I mean, there's even one with Axton painted on the front, which is hilarious. But you can do this any way that you really want. But I like to keep the scheme the same as I paint the character. So Moe's, obviously, I painted it the regular Moe's that we see in the trailers and stuff. So we are going to paint him to match her. That way, when they're together, they kind of just look like a team, you know what I mean? So let's go ahead and get our base coats going. Alright, guys, so what we're going to do is we are going to start off straight off with a gunmetal. Yesterday we put just a gunmetal on Moses' gun, and then we glazed over that with a Gravelord Gray. It looks perfect. So what we're going to do is we're going to take the gunmetal and we're going to go through all the mechanical pieces and stuff like that behind, of course, get all up in there. And from there, we are going to do our greens, which we are going to use an olive green and a golden olive. So I think we're going to start from lights and smudge the dark over that, like the camo look. There is some darker spots, like the tips of the guns, and a lighter gray that we can put here. So we're just going to work our way around it and see where it goes. Okay, guys, so we have the metallics on. We also have the first olive green base coat. We're going to go from dark to light. I did mention earlier I was going to go light to dark. We're going to go dark to light. It would be just easier that way. So we put in olive green. We also did touch up a little bit with the golden olive just to see how it blends, but I think it's going to really pop after we put the golden olive on, after we put our glaze of Gravelord Gray. So it's gonna look good. I found out how I'm gonna do the camo look on here. So what we're gonna do now is we're gonna use a warm gray, and we're gonna do the outlines for like the bars up here. I do have to go all the way around. I did hit it with green. We are gonna hit the warm gray with that. The warm gray is also around these areas on the shoulder pads. We're gonna hit the barrels of the gun with the warm gray, and the ammo thing I want to hit with a brass or a copper. I think more going to be like a brass before we put our shades on there, but I want to kind of depict the ammunition differently, so we definitely want to do it that way. So we're going to just start working with our warm gray. Okay, so we got some of the warm gray on there and the piece on the back. We also tried out the stars on the side of the shoulder pads. There is some stars there. We do have to hit it up with red, so I'm probably going to overlap the star, but kind of get an idea where the star is going to be at. So we're going to do red. There's like dashes of red here on the front, and then you have like the V that's in red up here. So we're going to go ahead, bring up the red, and try to see where we get with that. Okay, so with the red now finally on and around the different pieces, that star's a little messed up. It's kind of, you got to freehand these stars because there is no indentation for a star, so you have to freehand them. If you don't have to, if you don't want it to look exactly like her legit mech, but Iron Bear does have them stars. So what we're going to do now is we are going to hit it with the brass. So we're going to hit brass on these little ammunition pieces, and then it'll be ready to get a coat of Gravelord Gray on there. Okay, so we do have the copper pieces painted up, which is the ammunition. So what we're going to do is we're going to do a glaze of Gravelord Gray speed paint. Once that is done, I'll let that dry. I'll hit the floor with a Rhine Oxide. But then what we're going to do is we're going to do our highlights. So we are going to hit it up with a golden olive on the green to make sure that the camo reads as camo. We are going to hit the red up with a matte red. I tried to use orange yesterday on Moe's, and it did do some highlights, but it wasn't the highlights I was looking for, so I might actually hit Moe's up too while I'm at it, while I have the matte red on the palette. But we got to do that. We will also hit up the armor pieces with another bit of warm gray, just a tad bit to kind of show that. We are also going to hit the lights up as well, because we do have different lights on here which are blue. That's going to be like a highlight piece. It's not going to be like something that we want to shade over because they're lights. And then with the metallics, what we can do is highlight with the metallic on the higher edges to give it that sheen. The Gravelord Gray does dye it down a little bit, so it'll be okay. But then there are some little pieces on the front that says a couple things. So we're not going to put like the stickers or anything on there, but we are going to put some of the phrases. There are like little tally marks up here that I do want to etch in. I guess kills or whatever. It's a tally mark thing right here. Very tiny, but I'm going to try to work it in there with the phrase that it says up on front. And then it'll be good to go. Alright guys, so as you can see, we are looking pretty damn good now that we put that Gravelord Gray on there. So what we're going to do is we're going to start with our highlights. So of course, I don't show you guys all the highlight processes, but you want to take a respective color that you are using. Now once you dyed it down, basically you can actually go back behind with the same color you initially put, because it would then still be lighter. Some colors you might want to get a lighter one, like red. Red is one of those colors that is hard to build up, so you might want to just use a matte red on that. Just scratch it and try to make it highlight. But you want to do, with this model, we're going to do a lighter green, which we'll do a golden olive. We're going to do the camo look with it. And then we're going to use the warm gray to kind of hit the tops of these like bars and stuff to kind of give it that shine. And we're going to use a silver gray to kind of do these stars. Well, I want these to really stand out, like these shoulder pads. So I'm going to use like a silver gray. It's just a little bit lighter than a warm gray, so that's what we're going to do. And the metallics, we're just going to dab, we're just going to scratch a little bit over the metallics that we do have. And then we can work on the base, and that would basically be dry brushing a light earth over top of this. And then I'll add some grass on there. And then I might, since this is such a big model with a big base, I'm going to add some tufts around them too, just to give it some more life to it, because it is a way bigger base. Once in a while I put a tuft on some of the character models, but I don't want to overdo it and have every one of them with a tuft. So I kind of save it for like if it's a really cool model or if the way they're positioned would work well with a tuft. So we're going to go ahead and do our highlights, and we'll be back when the miniature is done. And there you guys have it. Iron Bear is finally painted and ready to be put into my bunkers and badasses. Look at how big this dude is. I did put the little touches of Born to Loot on there and the little vault symbol painted on there. It's pretty damn cool. I'm so happy with this. Okay, so technically now I'm happy with it. If you guys just saw, I did forget to put the blue on the little eyes right there. So, yeah, I'm happy as hell with this. This is cool as hell. I'm so glad that this wasn't as hard as I thought it would be. So, yeah. If there's anybody that you know that needs help with painting the Kickstarter miniatures or the miniatures that come with the Borderlands Mr. Torgue's Arena of Badassery, be sure to share my videos. If this video could help you out in any way or help your buddies out in any way, I would be glad to be the person that kind of pushes you guys in that direction to have finished miniatures to put either in this game or Bunkers and Badasses. So I'm really happy with this. Remember to leave this video a huge like and subscribe if you haven't already, because both of those do help our channel out a lot. And once again, share the video if you just know anybody that needs help with painting. Share any of those videos, because they all have techniques in there that could work with any other miniature in the market. So as always, thank you guys for watching, and I will catch you all in the next one. Bye.